Hello and welcome to Critical Tumblr, where a bunch of longtime friends and nerdy-ass Tumblr users transcend geography through the power of Skype to play Dungeons and Dragons and critically fumble a lot. Anybody actually watching this will know that we have a new intro. It's still kind of in progress until we get a good group shot of everybody, but we're working on it. Hopefully we should have full group art within the new year. I am hoping for this very hard. Anyway, previously, a lot happened for one session where they didn't actually leave the safety of the piecemeal hardly at all. The four remaining members of the Cupcake Coterie got something of a surprise when an unfamiliar voice started shouting, asking whether the Cupcake Coterie was staying there. That was in the form of Sigwald Sullivan, a human wizard, and Remy Crestwind, a much quieter human paladin, who had been sent, sort of, from Belarus to try to deal with this and whatever underlying horrificness was causing it. Sigwald and Remy learned how bad it could actually get. The other four got a quasi lesson in metaphysics that they really were not ready for, and they discovered the remains of Nora Bailey, the paladin who had been traveling with them until that point. I don't think that works in a setting with no Christ, but point being, they discovered that the woman that apparently began the whole nonsense in Star Coast was responsible. The first time any of us, I think, have ever really heard Frosa swear, which was really impressive, just so you know. And while they are kind of leery about blundering in on her right now, given that she appeared to have simply disintegrated Nora with no effort whatsoever, revenge is on the list somewhere, which is good for Remy because she follows the god Tritherion, god of liberty, justice, and retribution. They stayed to rest for the night at the Piecemeal, which is the one last remaining safe spot in Star Coast after the death fog came to call. Mostly they had to stop and rest because of a rather unfortunate encounter with what Hazel refers to as barnacle zombies, which is a good way of putting it as any, where they blew most of their spells, one more life ward, and yeah, there was an actual death involved. He's gonna be okay after some sleep. So we're good. Basically, by the time Sigwald was done unloading metaphysics on them all, nobody was in any kind of shape to do anything but get some sleep. Morning is difficult to actually tell has arrived because it's still dark out there because fog. It looks like perpetual pre-dawn twilight, kind of. There's not a whole lot of light out there. The quality of the light doesn't really change very much, but you get your 8 hours and wake up to the smell of Francine putting together something resembling breakfast. No, Sigwald's alarm ritual did not go off at any point. This stuff is apparently, the flower barrier does apparently work. He's still not 100% sure how, but it does.
I think it's time for me to roll for my Staff of Healing to reboot.
Oh yeah, because you burned most of the charges on that, didn't you?
Down to one charge, yeah.
Another thing, after True Neutral, it's time for me to roll 2 new portents.
Yes it is.
Right, let's see.
Actually,
Staff
no, wait.
of Healing is 1d6 plus
before
4.
Before you roll, let me just clear the chat log. So
of course.
Scrolling through. Okay, go right ahead.
All right.
I'm going to roll.
Okay.
Oh, no. I only get 5 charges back. I'm at 6 charges.
Oh,
okay. All right. And
but aren't you glad you had it?
We do have potions. We do have potions.
We're going to be using those.
Yeah. Let's see if the typing roll actually works. There we. Oh, okay.
1 4 and an 8.
I'm going to take note of that.
Yes, take note of that. I don't imagine you're going to want to be giving them to any of your party.
Yeah, not to my party. Not to my party.
Well, this has officially gotten hilarious.
Well, at least we're getting all the low rolls out of the way now.
You hope.
That's not how it works.
That's never how it works, and you know it, Darvin.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Never how it works.
The bard can dream.
Morning. There is actually the smell of coffee.
Wow.
Coffee has been a rare thing for everybody but Sigwald and Remy. Darvin's had it more times than any of the others, I imagine, but it's still a nice thing.
Hey, what is that?
You know what coffee is. Your parent, they served it when you guys first arrived. It would take a minute, but...
It took me a minute. It took me a minute, because I literally just woke up.
As Darvin will remember the first night at Hearthhome, coffee was served, so he's like, really?
And it's just...
Lindira, you might want to check your camera.
It's...
No,
crap.
Her laptop has been acting up a little bit.
Oh.
Like you don't know how that one works.
Yeah,
Although you're famous for your internet connection, but she has similar problems on occasion.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we can sort of proceed with the general... Froseth is feeling a lot better than he expected to feel. Just so you're aware.
Good.
I am up and zombieing my way.
In the morning, I'm gonna, since we've got some new people, take some time to make some more of that salve, if I can.
Excellent.
Yes, well, you don't really know what he's doing. All you know for certain is that he's
out of
wandered
character. Out of character, I know it's good.
You really only need the one more pot because you guys didn't use that much of it in the actual combat, but
yeah, I'm probably if I am sitting at the bar, I'm probably leaning over to go, Froseth, where are you going?
I'm just getting something prepared.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm attempting to detangle myself, though in my zombie-esque state, it's probably not working.
Detangle yourself from, I take it, Clarity?
From Clarity.
Okay, I was about to ask.
Yeah,
you know what?
From horns.
Dex check from Hazel.
Oh, dear God.
No.
Why do you do this to me?
Because you asked for it.
Shit up. Yeah, exactly.
And Dex check. That is 5. I am not going anywhere.
That is a 1, isn't it?
No, it's a 1 bonus.
That's the modifier, right? Yeah, okay.
It'd be red if it was a 1.
Yeah.
So Clarity the reason Clarity wakes up is because she gets this thankfully non-hurty Hazel elbow nudging her in the face.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hazel, can I help you get off?
Oh God,
phrasing.
Phrasing, boom.
That's not what I meant, dear.
Can I tell him this is going on?
There's a squirming pile of tiefling and half-elf in a corner.
Okay.
Probably because both of them forgot to take off their armor last night. So there's Buckles.
Okay. At the very least, I cast prestidigitation to detangle Hazel's hair from Clarity's horns.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so okay. Suddenly Hazel's hair comes to life, and by the time it's over, it's just you can barely see the bow through the hair right now. The rest of it takes a minute, but you can manage to get yourselves appropriately detangled, and Hazel's hair is still just.
Oh boy, that's gonna take a minute.
Help!
I guess I suppose I shouldn't have done that. Apologies.
Help! Help! It's okay.
I just take out a brush and start trying to detangle it a bit.
Well, it'll take a minute, but yeah, there's a couple of unfortunate rat's nests in there because prestidigitation isn't all that delicate a spell. So
Damn.
Mage
Sometimes you have
hand
to learn.
might have been better.
Okay. All right.
Although throwing Mage Hand into that might have had some really bad.
That would probably been just as bad.
I just picture the spectral hand just getting stuck and just sort of being like, oh man.
Now I've made it even worse.
I'm a mage hand, not a mage stylist.
Perseus comes back in with a claw full of flower petals. And heads back to the bar, which Francine tries to clear off a section of while she's dishing out the best breakfast she can actually provide, which at this point is porridge and sausages.
There's food!
And there is coffee. Looks like you're gonna need it.
Thank you.
I just boomed. Thank you.
Do you know how much that stuff cost?
I know how much I need it.
Oh no! Help! Help!
Jesus! Dire cat!
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. That was brilliant.
She does not like being picked up, the poor thing.
Oh dear. Oh, that rare. Oh my god.
Oh, if it helps, Sigwald probably has that reaction because there she goes again. Because Flitty pokes head down, upside down from the brim of his hat. Hello.
Hello, Flitty again. Do you need something?
Oh, I'm just saying hi.
Okay.
And just sits on top of his hat.
Oh, by the way, while we're at it, here we go.
Brilliant!
Oh my god, you freaking troll!
Yeah, Flitty's just like hanging out here.
Where even was that, by the way?
It was just sitting next to me. I just had sitting next to me on the little
You
bench.
had that ready.
Yes,
You were waiting for the.
I was.
Yeah, it's either on the front of the brim or right at the top there in that little dip at the top
Yeah.
of the actual thing.
Okay.
But just making himself comfortable, hanging out.
I'm continuing to drink my coffee until Clarity comes downstairs because I actually have a couple questions.
You're all downstairs. You all took the main room. It was the other survivors that were up in the.
Okay.
The other survivors went up to get away from you guys because you were confusing.
Okay.
Whoops.
All right.
To each other, let alone anyone else.
So if no one else has anything to say, right after I take another sip of my coffee, I set it down. Clarity, a couple things I forgot to ask about last night.
All right.
I was under the impression from Torin that your group was searching for holy artifacts, and that you'd actually managed to find one. Where is it?
Were you
Taylor's
speaking...
Beacon?
Yeah. Were you? Did you mean Palor's Beacon?
May have
did not.
I think that was it. Yes.
We found it. It was with Nora, and now it was not.
Oh dear. Do I realize the implications of this? Oh, okay, all I know is
roll me a wisdom check.
all right. Okay. All right, wisdom check. Hang on.
Humble.
All right. I just need to learn to have my thing up at all times. All right, wisdom. There we go. And normal roll. Here we go.
Oh no.
And for people watching at home, that was a 5.
Yeah, you're sure there must be implications, but frankly, you're not 100% sure what Palor's beacon is. The looks on their faces suggest that it is a confusing and distressing thing that it could have just gone walkies, but you're not entirely sure why.
Hmm.
You seem confused.
Remy would have noticed that for a paladin, she wasn't carrying a weapon.
Yeah. The situation is, I've heard of Palor's beacon, but I don't know what it is.
A sword, and it talks. It's very special in that you have to be deemed worthy in order to wield it. So I don't know what could have come of it if no one could actually touch it except for someone who had proven themselves.
Well, and that we're female and a cleric or a paladin.
Paladin.
So you have confidence that Nora's assailant didn't steal it.
Well, I'm not confident.
I wouldn't say
but
that.
I'm not confident, but I mean, it's also a holy artifact, so it may have just gone.
It doesn't like blasphemy.
Well, if it was lost in an evil fog, that could have gone up in smoke.
I mean,
it could have.
She was outside the fog. Just saying.
But I could potentially find it, since I know how to detect evil and good, and detecting good might be slightly easier. Oh wait, that's only within 30 feet.
Right.
And
Would
you
it
do
tolerate
remember
being
what
put in
happened?
a bag of holding?
I mean,
we never put it in there.
We
Well,
never tried.
my guess is that if Nora knew she was going to die and didn't want Palor's beacon to fall into the wrong hands, she would have put it somewhere safe.
possibly, but she might not have even had time. She had it out when we last saw her. She was meditating over it.
All right.
Do we check the bag at all?
I mean, for
Yeah,
all
I
can
tend to
try,
Could
but I'm not
could you see if you could get it out of there?
if it's in there, sure.
Because I'm just thinking Hazel,
guys,
worshiper of Palor.
Please remember how bags of holding work. You need to be able to reach in and take it. You have heard, you remember that the only person who could wield it was a female paladin of Palor, but the person who took it to its previous home was a cleric of Palor.
Yeah, so
So-
I'm holding out the bag of
That's-
holding to
That's
Hazel.
why I'm indicating Hazel. Go for it.
Well, you didn't know any of that, Sigwald.
Okay. Oh, well, all right. Okay. All right.
That's why I said cleric and paladin.
So I'm going to reach into the bag and try to and just look for Palor's beacon if it's.
Nope.
Look, maybe Palor just grabbed the thing. I mean, it's not like we have. It's not like we, even if we knew where it was, we couldn't do anything about it right now.
It's not, unfortunately, not a priority. But if the
I mean,
evil woman
yeah.
doing all these other things, if anyone would have it, it would probably be her.
right, assuming
Unless
it.
there's
it-
another
She's on the list of
paladin or
people we need to
Palor.
smash in the face anyway.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Moving on.
The other one was about the boiling meme. What is it?
Well, we don't know exactly, but we gather it's something that had that could corrupt a god. Information that could be disseminated if say, a goddess of knowledge were to be corrupted. But we're not entirely sure. It's not.
We know that
Like,
it
they
involves
gave
the
us a
fog and the black
manual.
crap.
Bing, bing.
Oh.
Darvin, very long time ago, you made the stupidest nat 20 on a religion check in the face of anywhere. And you did get a little bit of knowledge about this, which you have clearly forgotten but at that point, the
Completely.
coffee's kicking in, and you remember this is from outside. Planewalkers talked about this. People
Right.
who tended to cross between. It's apparently from someplace outside any of the planar realms that you know about, even the ones you've only heard of in stories, because it has come to other planes before.
So, this isn't. It's nothing. It's from elsewhere, like way elsewhere, like outside of reality. Like, there's multiple planes. I've heard the stories, so I know. There's like different planes and stuff, and it's not from any of them, any of the ones I've ever heard of.
No, it's a what? An interplanar conqueror?
It goes
Black leakage from the universe?
a universe at least.
Ugh. Somebody better patch the hole before it leaks anymore.
That's just from the little drips.
You make
and
it sound
drops.
so simple.
I would like it to be. I know it ain't.
If only it were that simple.
Just stick a cork in it, Doesn't
Alright,
quite work.
I think I'm fully up to speed now. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Sorry about all that. I should have caught up with it by yesterday evening, but seeing a dead person kind of makes it hard to think straight for the rest of the day.
And you
As
aren't
I'm
even
sure
friends
you
with her.
know.
So does dying.
I want to get used to it.
So,
Sigwald's getting some looks now.
Mm-hmm.
so, what's the plan for getting into the manor?
Remy's gonna go look out the window.
And are we burning it down?
There's
The window?
out the window. There's a little bit of clear sort of lawn-ish space. There's a ring of flowers, and then there's wall of fog. That is what you see.
Whew.
Hmm.
Same thing as you technically saw last night, but it was starting to get dark, so.
Yeah, if you were trying to see anything, you missed.
Really?
You get Francine going. I think the pun you wanted is if you were trying to catch a glimpse of anything, you missed.
I'm about halfway through whatever coffee I've got at this point.
Hazel on coffee.
God,
Oh,
this is not going to
no.
end well.
This is gonna be a fun day.
At least the GM doesn't have the espresso beans.
Yeah.
No, the GM can't do chocolate anymore.
I know.
The DM has coffee. Lots and lots of coffee.
Oh, we're doomed.
DM is fueled by coffee.
And spite.
Yeah, but I have no spite on you guys. The rest of the world, mind you. But hey.
True. I
Anyway.
was speaking in general terms. Anyway, digress. So I thought the plan was we were going to distract things somehow. We were going to try to be as quiet as we could, and then if anything did rear its ugly head, we were going to basically go that way to it.
Didn't you prove that
Distraction
the
wrong.
distraction
We-
didn't work?
But
It didn't quite work.
Yeah.
right, okay.
Dancing lights.
Well,
at
yeah.
least at night.
They
Well, the
just
lights
Whatever I was
didn't
doing
work.
just drew 'em straight to me.
okay.
It was
So
very
then-
exciting.
I mean,
Maybe you should lead the way then.
well, we already know that a monk can't tank. I don't think a wizard could either.
Sigwald is just shaking his head at Hazel, nodding at Darvin.
More coffee.
We were
Starting
going to
down the
look
rest of
for
Ah,
We were
We're
we were going to look for a servant's entrance, weren't we?
Well, yeah, but we got to get over
No, we
to
have
the
to get to
place
the manor.
without
Right.
dying this time.
Well,
Or attract
Sorry,
the
Froseth.
entire population of the stuff in the fog.
Well, let's see. If I recall from our discussion last night, we agreed that going underground will be worse than going overground. Did we discuss going around the perimeter of the city towards the mansion?
Darwin knows the layout of the town better
Mhm.
than just about everybody because
It's going to be
Alright.
yep.
Remy's never actually been here, and you three have only
Mhm.
been in passing. The manor's basically on the coast. They've got a nice coastal view, but they're talking about approaching it sort of from the other direction. It would be just about as long a walk, and they'd probably have to cut into Hearth territory. And you got to imagine that Martin notwithstanding, the rest of them might not be too happy with you.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be
And there was the other shit leaving the Undercity and coming out in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah. There's critters and
I don't want to fight a Nothic again.
I don't want. Oh, the thing that I found out had 2 eyes.
You're horrible.
Look,
So
there are some things
going-
Darwin's never going to forget. Unfortunately, that's one of them.
You, as I recall, you rolled really horrific.
I rolled a 1.
to search the. Yeah, you rolled
I rolled
really
a 1.
badly, and you were searching it.
Yeah,
so
so
it
I
was
found it.
naked. What did you expect?
That's what I was like. It has 2 eyes. It actually has 2 eyes.
Don't
So
think
go-
about it.
White elephant.
So going through the city is actually going to be our best bet. Would you say that's right?
It's most direct.
Seems, yeah.
And given
Most
what we've
direct and
faced
less
so
full of
far,
stupid.
yes, it's
Okay.
going to be a pain in the arse to deal with the creatures. But to be fair, we've at least dealt with those before. So better
And
the
if we
devil
really
you know.
need to run, do you happen to know a way to the mansion that takes us through some relatively tight corridors? My point being that
That would be
I
bad.
can throw down the grease slick and slow them down.
Yeah. Have you seen the things on the walls?
Right.
Can we
Right.
just
Confined space
get
is
our
not so
stuff
good.
and go? Because
I-
we gotta go.
All right.
We really should go.
All
We
right,
need to
let's
go.
And
I'm
the
down
coffee
for
has
coffee At
hit.
this point.
All right.
It's starting to hit me.
And the
Remember,
coffee
we have
has
to go
hit.
quietly.
Yeah. Sneaking
right.
is going to be best. Clanky. No offense.
Can we go now?
If that's,
Can we go
if
now?
that's,
All
Rem-
right.
if that's
All right.
Remy's new nickname,
It's not a
really
nickname.
hard to start.
I'm just pointing out the
Alright.
obvious.
All right. And
I'm right in front of Darwin and like right up in his face. Can we go?
and talking out of character here, I'm not going to throw up any mage armors just yet, just off of my assumption that doing magic or going into the area with active magic will draw their attention.
To you.
For you.
Up to you, man.
Besides,
I got
the
no
only
input.
person- You're the only person who actually gets any benefit out of it anyway.
Darwin has good armor.
Darwin has
bard.
armor.
Like is it like a +3 or something? Is it like a
I'm a
+3 armor?
Bard. I wear armor. Bards can wear armor.
Yours. I think the problem with mage armor is it works with someone who doesn't have any.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I was trying to
So
figure out
The
a
only
start.
person who could have that spell cast on them, the only people are you, who'd need it, and Froseth, who it takes away his monk-given wisdom.
yeah, he already
bonus.
has a good enough.
It
wisdom
basically
that it
effectively sets my AC to the same as it currently is.
does- Yeah. So
Absolutely.
So
All
we're
right.
going to leave that alone. So yeah, the only person who benefits from mage armor is you.
it's going to be me.
So what you do
Then
with it is
again, you
your
have-
own business.
Then again, you have a strength of 5, and hitting anything is probably not going to work out very well.
Yeah.
So if you actually need it, you're in some significant trouble.
Indeed.
That's
Oh,
worse
boy.
than my strength. Oh my god.
I know, right?
You can leave.
It was his one crap roll, and my god, was it crap.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
you
got
at least can
Holy
lift the
heck.
books you steal.
All I can lift is my own spell book. That's it. On the
Yeah,
upside, I
yeah.
have 14 and everything else, except for int, which I have 19.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once he has all the information, he's a smart boy. The problem is that he's been sheltered in university for a very long time.
Yeah. No physical exercise other than just walking around campus. Also, I am not a clumsy boy, but
You are a very
Anyways.
squishy one.
yeah. So
Anyway.
I guess we go now.
Okay. So when I finish that salve, look between Sigwald and Remy. Give it to Remy.
Yeah, Remy will take it.
You had Hazel's. You had Nora's leftover pot.
Oh,
as
right.
well.
So I guess they both get one. But yeah, this will.
You sound so grudging.
Sorry.
That boy
I'm tired.
concerns you, doesn't he?
Anyway, yeah, this is for if you get any open wounds. It should stop the effects of the fog from if you cover the wound with it.
I eye it wearily, realizing what the fog can do.
It
Okay.
it's good thing.
Yes.
Very unpleasant if you don't have it. Trust
All right.
me.
I am gonna put that down on my sheet. Anti-fog ointment.
Antifogal ointment.
Yeah.
You absolute barrel of madness.
God, are you typing on that keyboard or abusing it?
Sorry, it's on a Sorry, I guess my keyboard is really loud.
Yeah, it just always sounds when people are doing that like somebody is like physically abusing their keyboard.
Okay. So, all right. So all right.
Not that
Just
kind of keyboard.
use as bonus. I can
I will
spell.
fight you.
Use the bonus.
I will fight you, not you, him.
Okay.
You see the faces Ethan's making at me. I will smite you.
This is my I don't know, I'm sorry.
You know full well. That's your I don't know except I do face.
Please don't kill me yet.
Okay. I've got it set up now.
The DM doesn't kill you. The dice kill you. The DM helps.
All
I
right.
like that. The DM facilitates.
Come on, everybody. Let's go. Gotta go.
Nancy grabs by the back of the displacer piece again. Yoink. Hazel. Calm your tits, woman. Thump.
Oh boy.
It's like we wouldn't just
Have
let
you
you
got
run.
anything? Have you got anything that isn't those green things that you keep nicking off your dragon friend? In fact, you do have the maple and hazelnut brittle in your pack, which you might actually remember.
And I think
I've
still got
right in my face.
yeah, I think I've still got the squishy bears too.
Squidgy bears, yeah.
Squishy bears, excuse me.
Yes. Sigwald and Remy have never actually seen these, so Darvin brings out this bag of multicolored, squidgy, bear-shaped candies.
These are very good.
Confirming wieners.
I don't know who that is.
Mouthful of the hazel stuff.
I'll give a handful to Sigwald and Remy. Be like, here, try some.
Okay,
Sig-
but we
Sigbold gives it a try.
They're
Thank you.
gummy.
try,
They're
we
gummy
should get
bears.
moving.
They're
Okay.
effectively gummy bears.
Behold.
There, you've had some
boy.
candy. You're one of us. Anyway, let's go.
Hmm. All right.
It's a very interesting texture.
All right. Nice. All right.
Um,
Last meal before I die.
Sure, jinx us.
I think to myself.
Sorry, once it's laid, it's played. If you don't state you're thinking it before
Okay,
you start
all
recording
right,
it
all
out,
right, all right.
Hey.
I see it. Okay, I see it.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Last word before I die.
Clary's reaction to it was perfect, and I love it, so it's staying.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm stealing Sigwald's hat.
Hazel.
Okay, what do I got to do to get it back?
What do you roll? Roll it.
Okay.
Actually, Hazel makes a dex check to
Did you attempt?
To even
and you
try to
make,
get
and,
off
and,
of him in
and,
the first
and
place.
Sigvald makes a dex save.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Clarity is
All right.
face palming.
Okay.
That is another 5? This is
All
what,
right.
3 5s in a row?
Let's see what you got to beat.
I somehow doubt it.
Hang on. Normal roll. Here we go.
Yep.
Nope. That was a 15.
You basically see Hazel reach for you. You remember the thing with the necklace. You back up, smacks the back of his head, sort of tilted a bit back on the tavern wall, and here's this sort of scrunch. Ow!
Oh no!
Fairy dragon.
Oh no! Oh, Flitty! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
She's a silly thing. She is made of stupid. Ow!
I looks Hazel directly in the eye and I say, Flitty says you are made of stupid. Also do that again.
You hurt. I just look at Hazel and go, "You hurt Flitty."
I have switched to Sullivan. I am sorry!
Ow! Oh.
You have caused.
Flitty is actually 1 point off being unconscious. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh no!
But he doesn't have a lot of hit points. Fairy dragons don't have a lot of hit points.
You hurt Flitty.
Yeah, so Flitty is there, and one of his wings does actually appear to be broken.
Oh no!
Your
Hazel,
wounds,
fix.
staff.
Clary's just sort of like, no!
Oh God.
But Flitty has it does actually try to fly, and Clara
Don't try to move.
manages to catch him before.
I'm pulling out the staff and immediately cure woundsing.
Yes, thankfully you only need the 1 cure wounds, and actually rolling for it probably not necessary because again, very few hit points. But
Do mark down the charge.
yes,
Oh boy.
Down to 5 charges.
look,
Oh.
not my fault. You're a clumsy, precipitate noit sometimes. Okay.
Look, if
my klutziness screws me over, that's my fault.
yeah, that has the potential to screw over everyone. But whatever. If it keeps Flitty okay, then it's worth it.
Wiggles with the wings. Thank you, but you're still made of stupid.
I'm
Insult.
sorry.
I don't know what Flitty said, but it's probably true.
You're all right now.
I'm gonna go back. It nuzzles with clarity. I'm gonna go back and sit on his hat, but you don't try and take it again, or I bite you.
Oh, I love Flitty.
So, before anything else happens...
Yeah, can we go?
Yeah.
Like,
And before I leave, I do say to Flitty, me and everyone else are going out into the fog. You might not want to come.
And actually hovers in front of Sigwald and taps this rather pretty collar-looking thing with the symbol of Palor on it. I'm here to keep him out of trouble, and they break me. And it flies back to the top of his hat.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
I love Flitty.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Flitty is totally the total mascot.
I am very, very conscious of how of the kinds of lives are at stake. Okay. And just from then on, I'm moving very gingerly.
You get Flitty going, you know that if I have at least a half-second warning, I can fly away.
All right. All right.
Besides, walking's fun.
But still, do get to safety at the first sign of danger. Things are bound to get rather rough.
Yeah, I know. I should have gone the last time, though. I could have kept him out of trouble. I could have.
Okay. All right. So I guess we're leaving now.
Yes.
Okay.
Finally.
Should I
Just going. It's about time.
should I sneak ahead a bit, maybe 10, 15 feet, just a little bit?
That would be a good idea.
All right.
All right. Clarity sneaks ahead.
Natural 20.
Whoa! Oh, damn!
Clarity just vanishes. There is no clarity to be seen anywhere.
She can stealth through time.
Someday I will get that good.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Clarity
So
is.
how about the rest of you? Her role is entirely separate from the
Okay.
rest of you.
Oh, so the rest of us need to roll stealth.
Time for me to get a suddenly bad dex roll when it really counts.
11.
19.
Holy crap!
Natural 1.
Oh,
No.
Trying to find mine. Where'd it go?
Yeah,
Oh.
Remy, remember you're at disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
14.
I
16. He rolled better than me.
You should start calling me Twinkle Toes at this point.
So, you make it a little ways when all of a sudden, the process has sort of been keeping up the rear, and you hear this whoop and smacks into who's the next lowest, Hazel, as he trips on the way down. Boom!
Oh
All
no.
this so much noise.
Ow.
And there's not even actually a noise. Okay, what's everybody's passive perception?
Okay.
11.
10.
18.
10.
Perception. Where is it? 12.
Perception.
Passive.
Passive perception.
It's near the bottom of your sheet, right under your skills.
Put it this way: is anybody's somehow higher than 22?
No.
Oh,
got a
Passive
bonus to
wisdom
mine.
perception.
No.
absolutely not. Huh.
Okay. The reason that Froseth trips, it becomes fairly clear when he is yoinked. Rather, by this point you're sort of here, which means
Oh.
I'll put you guys down properly.
Boy, oh no.
So
About to
you
suck.
had sort of Sigwald.
Oh boy.
Clarity was pretty far ahead, so she'd be about there. Remy is probably as close behind her as possible, but no, that's sort of 10, 15 feet. So there. Actually,
probably be behind Remy.
we'll save okay, so Darvin's behind Remy, so about there.
Mm-hmm.
Hazel would thus be there. Furseth started here-ish, but he got yoinked about there.
Oh boy.
Let me see if I can find an appropriate tag for this fucking thing. No, that's zombie. That's...
With an alarmingly long reach.
Oh, Ethan and
Mhm.
and actually, Smeagol, you've seen this. You remember that thing that I showed you in the
Oh
fairly
no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh,
Nope,
yeah.
nope, nope,
Oh
nope,
god,
nope, nope.
what's
nope.
it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I just need to find something that's going to approximate it. Anybody who's played The Secret World, you know Shades?
Oh,
Never
those.
played it, but
Oh, I hate those things. They literally reach out and grab you from like
Oh,
50 feet,
those
yank
things.
you.
Like across a room, you don't see them because they're pitch black, and then suddenly you go flying.
ugh.
Across a room, my ass. They'll drag you across a map if they glitch right.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh.
so this is about the best I can come up with. But what you are
Oh boy.
what you're
Okay.
looking at is, you know that stuff on the walls? It's a person made of that. The mouth is too wide. It stretches all the way across its face. Its eyes are
Oh,
this
boy.
reddish amber that's almost like Clarity's, but far more malevolent. It's in this perpetual grin. Its arms and legs are far too long for its body.
Okay.
And it's reached out with this almost tentacle of crap
All right.
and grabbed
All right, then.
Process by the tail and yoink, knocking Hazel over in the process. You're not quite prone, but you're sort of staggered on your knees a bit because Process, something yoinked on his tail, pulled it effectively between his legs, and whoop. So now
Oh.
he is there, and in indirect proximity. Actually, to be fair, it's probably closer to about there.
Okay.
That's a bit.
All right.
You just
So
yanked him all halfway. That's a lot of yanking.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's not even the full range. It's within 20 feet.
Oh boy.
So I would like you all to roll initiative.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Where? Just click the initiative button. And
Oh, I see what I. Okay.
hey, come on. Initiative.
18.
18.
Did I accidentally roll for initiative twice? I rolled for initiative twice. Shit. Because I. All
No.
right.
Oh no, you did. Well,
14.
you got an 11 and a 12. It's not like it really
Yeah.
matters.
So 11. My initiative is 11.
19.
Okay.
You rolled a natural 20.
Damn.
Of
Oh
course
well.
he did.
What a dick.
Why? Why do your dice hate us? It's like you have the golden fucking snitch over there.
Okay.
Did mine go through because Roll20 said something?
Yeah, your initiative
Yeah.
is 2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that.
It's,
It gave me a message.
it gives us all the turn tracker thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Never mind then.
Okay.
So
All right.
this thing starts. Because grasping tendril was its surprise attack.
Oh my God.
Rhoffi, make me a wisdom saving throw.
God.
Okay, this isn't my worst save.
Ho!
You won.
21. Oh, nice. 21.
You can
That's 21
feel
folks at home.
from your prone position. Is you can actually feel it, the malevolent glare of it trying to freeze you in your tracks. But you have had so much monk training, that you could just be like, yeah, I've kind of seen worse. Kind of. Okay, so given your proximity to it, I'm gonna say you go next. Oh no, sorry, Darvin's
No.
first. He's got 19.
Darvin's
Sorry.
got 19, yeah.
All right.
You know what? After everything that we've been through and Nora and all that, I'm going to run forward and I'm going to stab the motherfucker because I am just
Okay.
done with this. I am so done. I don't even care. Just
All right.
straightforward rapier right into it. So yeah, put me right there and I will roll my attack because I am
Okay.
so done.
All right.
9.
9 damage. Oh boy.
No.
No,
Not damage.
no.
Wait,
Nine
oh,
damage.
9 to hit.
That was
oh.
9 to hit and I missed.
Oh, damn. God damn.
Yes, unfortunately, the headlong charge doesn't quite stop short, but you do manage to avoid tripping over the thing when it leans forward to level its glare at Froseth just as you're stabbing the rapier. If it hadn't been so poorly timed, would have been through the heart, but no, unfortunately, luck was not with you.
Yep.
And again, given that closest, Froseth.
Okay. I am going to I assume I'm prone, right? After being dragged like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So half my movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna hit it with the fire thing, comma. Yeah.
Okay.
Or attempt to hit it.
Okay.
If that's true. Yep.
Nice
21.
shot.
Roll damage.
Back-to-back 21s from Froseth.
It's saving his life right now.
4 and 4.
All right, 8 damage.
It doesn't
Nice.
seem to be doing as much damage as it should.
Ugh.
Neither the blade of the comma nor the fire. It's basically made of this black shit, and it seems to be oozing to heal itself.
Ugh. Ugh.
Hazel.
Yeah.
Second level guiding bolt. So I'm going to have to make a ranged.
Spell attack.
Yep. So that's
Actually, to go. Boo.
Right.
nine.
Ugh.
The guiding bolt goes right over Darvin's head.
God damn.
There's a light.
In the darkness.
Desist! Desist!
Body
You get us
light.
killed!
Okay.
Him. While this is going on,
See, how much attention are we drawing?
that's not what I'm looking at.
Oh, good. Oh, no.
As this is all going on, Flitty takes off from Sigwell's hat, flies directly into this thing's face,
Flitty, what are you doing?
and blows this puff of pinkish, sparkly smoke breath in its face.
Ooh.
At which point, it sort of stands there and it's actually blinking at what looks like dazed confusion.
Okay.
This is euphoria breath.
What?
I thought it was a thing!
At
You
which
just-
point,
Wow!
So he,
Euphoria.
oh, in fact, oh, this is actually even better. It blinks in dazed confusion for a minute, and then, for reasons not entirely clear to anybody, starts sort of ambling towards Remy, at least in that general direction. At which point, Froseth and Darvin both
Get attacks of opportunity.
See, sometimes my dice liking me actually works in your favor.
so you just made a shade trip balls.
Yeah, essentially. I was like, you just blew LSD into its face.
Roll
I am
your
I cheering Flitty on.
okay, yes. Roll your attacks of opportunity, guys.
16.
20, but not a nat 20, just a 20.
Both hit. Roll damage.
Oh my god.
11 total?
Still not doing as much as you'd think it would.
6 piercing, 4 radiant.
Jarvis, however, you
Ooh.
see the bubbling, and this thing it's too busy tripping balls to make any pained noise. But a part of its shoulder seems to disintegrate, and it's not repairing itself the way it has been up until that point.
Nice.
They don't like the light.
And Flitty's just sort of following along in sort of that back to that general direction, because for some reason I can't make the tag actually work. So it turned around to about there, and just little fairy dragon wings just beating and going, "I told you!"
All right, Hazel's moved already. Okay.
Yeah, I went nowhere. I just tried to laser it and failed horribly.
Yeah, so Hazel didn't move, but Hazel. Next in the initiative
Missing.
round is
Did Clarity roll?
Clarity.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
Clarity.
got a 14.
Clarity's
Okay.
next.
Okay.
Because it was 18, 18, and then 14.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take the step forward and hit it with my acid dagger. Natural 20.
Oh boy. Also,
Roll
don't you
damage?
get sneak attack? Don't you get sneak attack damage?
I do. Just give me a second.
But it automatically adds that, as far
Okay.
as I remember.
All
well,
right.
So
It
sneak
not-
attack doesn't. The crit it adds automatically, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I have to add the sneak attack, and
Yeah.
because there's only 2 spaces for 2 different types of damage. Should I roll 2 sneak attacks since that's just 1?
Just double it, because it's supposed to be
Okay.
double the. It's technically supposed to
Okay.
be dice, but anyway.
Okay, so
It's that did a relatively good amount of damage, but it's still not doing as much as you feel it should have, because that strike took it in around about where you hit Froseth the last time, and it's the dagger stays embedded there, oozing acid, but the black gunk starts trying to eat it.
Ugh.
We've got acid eating acid over here.
yeah.
And the smell.
That's 27 damage. That's great. So I am going
Hang
to
Wow.
hit it
I
with
thought that was
my
20.
do my offhand attack.
Sorry, I thought the 27 was the hit.
In grand
Yeah.
total damage,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
27.
the sneak attack is 14.
Oh, okay.
the-
Sorry.
The piercing is 10. The acid is 3. So yeah, it's 27 roll and 27 damage.
Okay.
Except
I need...
it's halved because this thing is resistant to almost everything.
Okay, I need to learn to shut up. Never mind. All right.
No, it's fine.
All right.
It's making us check our maths.
Okay. Okay.
She's still got a bonus action, so give her a sec.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we just bipped away the.
I minded to be patient because I bit
Well,
away twice.
she also just
and-
rolled another nat 20 on Ash.
Oh. Oh boy.
Okay, well, it's not sneak attack this time. It's not doing a terrible lot of damage, but she'll be able to catch this when the recording happens. So leave it, Rhoffi, leave it.
Okay.
Thankfully, despite it doing almost negligible damage this time, this is the first time Sigwald's seen this.
All
The
right.
dagger doesn't get embedded and start being gathered up by goop. It
Okay.
poofs like it's been turned to ash, and when he looks, it's back in Clarity's hand again.
It's a returning dagger. Not bad.
This is another thing that Remy vaguely memorizes. She has known a couple of rogue mercs that have a whole belt of things like this.
All right. Well.
That is the end of her turn. She's not moving, except you didn't use that bonus action to hide.
So she is visible.
We can't hear
No.
you.
No, I didn't. The
Okay,
bonus
just-
action was the offhand
was
attack.
the offhand. But I'm
Okay.
just making sure you're aware that this means you are visible. It does. You just
Yeah, I
jammed
know.
through 2 daggers at it very, very accurately. It knows
I
where you
know.
are.
Okay.
Just
All
making sure.
right.
I am aware.
Good, good. Okay, so that would leave us with Sigwald, and Remy is probably looking at this thing that's tripping balls literally 2 feet from her face. Like,
Okay.
this is the least horrific of the things that were eating your squad in that cave.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh,
I have a question. Can you see when I draw on the board?
what do you mean when you draw on the board?
Like, if I were to do what I'm doing right now, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the situation. I'm kind of telling. I can see that the fire didn't seem to do much. So I just want to trip it up and make it really easy for everyone else to hit. I'm going to throw grease in that square. It needs to make a dex save or fall prone.
What's the what's the DC?
Oh, let's see. Just a moment. The DC on
If you click on the spell, it'll
All
actually
right.
put up the
Okay.
spell
All
card.
right. All right. Here we go. Boom.
Your spell DC is
And my spell DC is 14, by the way.
Yeah, it does not fall over.
Oh. Well, damn. But
Remy.
it
Sorry, you have a
yeah,
bonus action.
yes.
Sorry, Sigwald has a bonus action.
well, I
Okay.
don't. Well, I can't really do anything with my bonus action. So I'm actually. Let's see. Can I stand in the on the spot that's down and to the left of Hazel?
This one?
The one to the left of that. So
There.
If you click and hold, it will
Yeah.
ping.
Right there.
Yeah, there.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
I
Okay,
yeah,
so-
yeah, you can.
Yeah. So I'm
That's
gonna
your,
move there and just leave it there. Leave my turn there, I guess.
okay, Remy.
Okay, I have Shield Master that says after I attack, I can bonus action to shove him with the shield. Would that trigger the grease thing if he's moving?
I'm not sure
no,
about the
diff-
rules as
diff-
written on grease.
No,
but-
difficult terrain means that your movement speed is reduced, and you are at disadvantage for some things, but not necessarily attacks. It does
Okay.
not mean he's going to fall over.
Okie doke. Then I'm just gonna hack at him with a longsword.
Ooh.
Nice hit.
Roll damage.
Will you smite him?
Nah, not yet.
Okay. All right.
It still doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as you think. This is the sort of thing that should be cleaving an arm off, and it's using back. You very vaguely remember stuff like this, but you blocked out most of it because it really was an absolute horror show.
That's technically I would be in the space. I would be in the space where it's some of the greases because
No,
I
No, you
10
shouldn't.
foot-
You
10
shouldn't.
foot, 10-foot
No.
cube. So it's
Yeah,
those.
10
I
foot
was
square.
within melee of it. I didn't throw my daggers. I was within melee.
Ah.
So you did move.
Oh,
Okay.
I did.
God
I
damn
said I
it.
stepped
If I known
forward.
that, I wouldn't have
Oh,
cast
sorry,
grease.
I missed that part of it. In which case, make me a dex check. I'm sorry.
Save or
Oh,
regular?
Sorry. Yeah, dex save.
Okay.
I always get that wrong.
You have to beat a 14.
I clicked it. Come on.
There it is.
No sweat.
19.
19.
a cakewalk 19. Yay.
You're kind of. Oh shit! I really need to learn how to do this.
Like that's her only reaction, not like, oh, I'm gonna say, oh, wow, that was a neat trick.
It's
He got
And
all
then
right.
there's the other one, but it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, Remy has a bonus action. Does Remy want to use the bonus action?
Oh, what else can I do with a bonus action other than if I can't hit him again?
Not really. There's some spells you have which you could conceivably cast.
I mean, if I can't smite him, then
No, your smite has to go with an attack, generally speaking. Yours, anyway.
okay, then nothing else to do.
Okay. It actually doesn't do anything.
Stands there.
It basically it can't really do anything else.
It's
Is it
still
gonna
high
end,
as a
is it gonna
kite.
end its turn there?
It is actually no. Thinking about it. Nope, it is moving in another random direction, which means Remy gets an attack of opportunity.
Clarity gets an attack.
Yeah, it's Clarity as well.
If
Yeah.
it moves out of range.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So Clarity and Remy both get attacks.
Actually, would Remy get an attack of opportunity since it moved around her?
Yes.
It
It's
stayed.
anything.
Well, it stayed.
Technically, attacks of opportunity is for leaving the threatened area, which it would be the whole space around Remy. So if it doesn't leave there, she technically wouldn't.
I'm just trying to think because it would have taken like 5.
I'm gonna
Okay,
say,
in which case, Clarity gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
14.
Roll damage.
Oh, sweet.
Shiv him!
Oh no! Wait a minute. You didn't get your acid dagger back. It's still stuck in its back.
No, I was in
Melee.
I was in melee.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
never
she
mind.
just stabbed it. She didn't
Good
throw
point.
it at it.
Okay, yeah, it's still not doing as much damage as you generally speaking like, but now this thing has sort of butted its way around Remy and does appear to be heading in Sigwald and Hazel's general direction, tripping balls.
This thing is high as a fucking kite.
And Flinty is just flapping along proudly.
Sigwald's looking at this like, nope. Also, how do I delete stuff I drew?
I honestly
No idea.
Hang on, there doesn't seem to be an eraser tool.
If you click on the paintbrush, there's clear drawings.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's on ours.
It's not there for
players.
us.
It might be just you, Thess.
I think you can just click it.
Oh,
and
there
then-
we go.
yeah.
Oh, thanks.
No
Okay.
problem. Got it. Okay, so yeah, there's this thing. It's coming at you, and I had declared that Furseth was next in that. Oh no, sorry, it was Darvin because he's at 19. Darvin.
I will. You know what? I'm gonna actually, given the state it's in, I'm gonna save that slot. So I will just go up to there. Do I need? Can I do it from there, or do I need to be there to just hit it
No,
with the
I
rapier?
can. I'll say you can be just about there.
Okay, and I will make my attack. Let me just get back to my character sheet, which is in another window. There we go. And rapier, click, click. 14.
Roll damage.
Those are the words I love to hear. 4 and 3.
Yeah, now it's a bit of its side that's starting to be burned and bubbling away like something acidic has happened to it. Furseth.
Okay, I'm gonna actually start off with my bonus action to do Water Whip, spending 2 of my key points to do so.
Okay.
Okay, remind me, it's been a
within
while.
a creature that I can see within 30 feet of me must make a dexterity saving throw. My DC for that is 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom, so 13.
Nice.
On a failed save, it takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage, and I can choose to either knock it prone or pull it up to 25 feet closer to me.
Roll damage.
Are you going to go for the pull or the knockdown?
I am going to pull him towards me so he's not in melee of you anymore.
Nice.
So
Thank you.
About there?
That'll work.
Okay, cool.
Now, since that's a forced pull, that doesn't initiate any attacks of
Yeah.
opportunity.
No, we've
Yeah.
I didn't
had
think
that.
so. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
You do still have Flitty going over there. Go whoop.
And then now I get my normal attack.
Now you have your normal attack.
Fire wasn't doing anything extra, so let's try the ice comma. Crit!
Natural.
Oh,
Damn!
Good God, Frozen, just on fire today.
Or
So
Ice.
11, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Technically speaking,
Technically, you need to roll twice as many dice.
no.
No, it automatically
No?
does that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why it's got the pluses in the.
Yeah.
Thing.
Alright.
Technically, though, the ice does nothing. Usually,
Ugh.
there's a spread of frost on something when you hit it. That spread is absent there.
So just the 7 damage then.
Okay.
Which is halved.
Ugh.
So like 3.
Aw.
It's still going. Hazel.
Sacred Flame. Burn, 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 burn.
Roll for it, or
I
it's a
actually
ranged
don't
spell
roll
attack.
for Sacred Flame. It needs
Okay.
to,
It needs
for
to-
Sacred Flame, it makes it has to succeed on a Dex saving throw or take 1d8 radiant. And it's flame-like radiance coming out of the sky.
Yeah. No.
Damn it!
Is there anything that happens to it on a failed save, on a
No.
successful save? So radiant falls out of the sky, and somehow this thing still tripping balls.
trips to the
manages
side.
Stagger out of the way.
It's just sort of. Oh wow! Look at that!
Actually, aim.
Oh wow! You don't see that every day. That looked neat. Do 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 do. That's how I imagine it. Just not quite in so many words, because God help us if those things could talk.
In a word,
Okay. At which point, Flitty is. Let's see. What's he going to do? Looks over at Froseth and goes, "I'ma do a thing."
Okay.
Sort of flutters in a circle around Froseth's head. A little shower of pixie dust coming from its wings. And for the rest of you, it's like you're seeing two of him just almost overlapping.
Ooh.
Flitty has cast mirror image.
Oh damn! I know exactly what that stuff is. I'm like, she's good.
He actually, Flitty.
He's good. Sorry, he's good.
Just hovering happily. But the giggle breath is gonna run out soon. So yeah, maybe you wanna kind of finish this a little teeny bit.
Okay, I have a question. Is it making saving throws to get out of this confusion every time? Okay.
It lasts for a specific amount of time, but
Alright.
it's starting to
Okay.
run out.
Okay.
That would be clarity.
Okay, I'm gonna move here and stab it again. Another 14.
Roll damage.
6 and a 1.
You're curving away at it, and it's starting to look a little bit, but it's been more Darvin's I haven't forgotten your saving throw. I'm just explaining state of creature right now.
No,
But
I know,
yeah.
but there's also sneak attack because Froseth.
Okay.
And Darwin.
Yep.
6
It's that hasn't changed all that much. In all fairness, is the only reason I rushed through it. If it was on the verge of death, I would have waited.
Okay.
But no, it's mostly the sizzling hole from the holes now from Darwin's rapier.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage and go back to where I was.
Okay. So
Oh,
Don't
not where I
don't.
was.
That's in Greece. You're going back to the Greece and you make another
I'll
save.
be right here,
Okay.
where outside of it.
Yep. Yeah, you can get around that easily enough.
Yeah. I remember.
Okay, Sigwald.
All right. I am gonna take a step back, shoulder to shoulder with Hazel, and I can stand there. Okay. And
Well,
I'm gonna,
that's sort of a roof overhang,
All right.
and
and I'm gonna
this is more the space you control, not how big you are.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then, and I'm gonna call out to Darwin. Fire in the hole, and I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay,
Hang
if you click on the
right.
spell, you can drop the spell card in.
Then I'll try to duck.
Yeah.
So
Hang on.
I hope
Did
we
it
roll
go
high.
twice? Hang on.
You didn't give Froseth that warning.
Well, Froseth's not in the line of fire, so
Ah!
Well, less
And
so.
yeah. All right. Shit.
You didn't. Yeah, it thankfully doesn't hit either of these two. It comes
Okay.
pretty close to hitting Flitty. Flitty just like
All right.
wow, as it soars and sets a nearby business aflame.
Ugh.
Oh, that's okay.
Sigwald's cringing.
Oh, that's okay. I
Ooh.
know that place. I never liked that guy.
Okay.
You might be fighting that guy for all you know.
All right.
Bonus action?
No, he didn't dress so dark.
Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do with my bonus actions unless I want to Misty Step, but that's really expensive, so I'm not gonna.
Okay. Right. So that leaves us with Remy.
Okay. Remy is going to.
Make sure you don't step in the grease.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
she can step through friendly. Because
Yeah.
remember, that's not how big you are. That's just the space
Of course.
you control.
Okay, just
Yeah, it takes some getting used
Emphasizing.
to.
She can easily diagonal to there if she wants to.
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
So she's going to hit it with the sword and smite it.
Okay.
That's the long sword. And then
Nice.
The accuracy, man.
plus 2d8. And then is it just 3d8 because it's a evil, or I'm assuming it's undead.
We're not going to go into that. Instead, we are going to actually no. It's not actually undead. It classes as an aberration.
Okay, so then it's just the two. Alright, so
Yeah, but you need to roll the 2d8 separately, technically, because those are radiant damage.
okay, but yeah, the 24 hits.
The 24 hits. Oh yeah, the 24 hits. 14s were hitting noms.
Okay.
2d8.
Ooh, nice.
That's good.
Okay, that's the radiant. What's you need one more d8 for the.
I got the slashing. It's the
The
6.
slashing damage is there. It was 6.
Okay, so let's think about this. Maths.
It's a. Sorry.
No, the extra damage is a 2d8 for a first level spell slot, plus 1d8 for each higher level spell slot.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's. And then
Yeah.
you roll
So-
the 2d8.
No, but that's the extra damage.
Yeah.
What spell slot
There's
does
no-
he use to smite?
Okay, but no, hang on, that doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
There's a
2d8
6
for a
slash
first level.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
6
I
slashing
think I
immediately below
see.
this, below that, and then there's 2d8 below that.
My problem now is I don't know which one of the. Oh no, okay, I get it because the I forgot the slashing was up there. So
Mhm.
this math.
Yeah, it bipped it immediately below the smite,
Yeah,
and then there's
yeah,
a 6 on the roll.
please stop talking. I need to do maths.
Okay.
Trust me, you want me to do maths here. Yeah, okay. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
Remy has successfully. I realize you don't watch Critical Role. Remy has successfully killed it.
Yay.
How do you want your longsword divine smite attack to kill this thing? How do you want it to go? How do you want it to look? How do you want it to be?
Describe the kill animation.
I mean,
Yeah, what he said.
probably your sword lights up with holy magic, and then she just runs it through the chest.
Basically, you've gone full on Naomi with flames infused lightsaber here. So you guys watch as basically Remy starts glowing faintly from within with this radiant retributive light which coalesces around the blade of her sword, and she just rams it directly through this thing's chest. Its entire top half just sort of melts into a puddle of ooze, leaving legs that are sort of half sticking out of this absolute steaming, reeking.
Holy Baylor's beard! That was awesome.
She's very strong.
You're on mute, Ethan.
Holy heartburn.
I'm going to be right back.
Actually, just to say, good, because we're running late. We're running late on break time anyway, because of technical difficulties. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break, and we can have the self-congratulatory stuff in 5 minutes when we all come back. and we're back. They just finished dispatching a thing made of the black ooze. And Flitty has landed on Fursa's shoulder long enough to nuzzle him a little in the neck and say, I helped, and then flies back onto the top of Sigwald's hat.
Oh, before he flies away, I hold up my fist, like,
little tiny fairy dragon fist bump, boop, and then lands on top of your hat.
A fairy dragon fist bump. There's a turn of phrase I never thought I'd hear.
I was expecting it. This is a test game.
Fair point.
all right.
So little proud fairy dragon just
Okay.
riding on top of Sigwald's hat.
And
I helped.
yeah. I think you did more than help.
Told
You
I
had
could
it
take care of
running
myself.
around and staring at walls. Nice. This is in Sylvan, by the way, so so Sigwald has no idea what Hazel's
Yeah,
saying.
sometimes Hazel and Flitty communicate in a language that Sigwald does not know. At which point, well, that kind of makes up for the fact that I didn't go the last time, because last time I didn't go, my dragon friend ended up not well. It's not gonna happen again.
All right.
Agreed.
Okay.
Also,
So
Flitty's
are we moving on? Are we proceeding now?
Well, we probably should.
Yeah, can we go? Can we go?
Best not to
Go,
stick around.
Yes,
Go,
we
go,
need
go,
to
go,
keep
go.
moving.
And in that case, let's see. Let me bring up the spell card for it. Let's see. Since we have opened fire this early on, I'm gonna be like, screw it. Bring mage armor up as we leave. Just take 6 seconds to doff mage armor.
Okay. So as you guys watch Sigwald start, there's a very faint glow around Sigwald, and then it stops, thankfully, because it's not really messing with his... It doesn't give disadvantages to stealth, but there is a certain amount of very brief glow around him, which then stops.
So what? Suddenly you're the mage that goes ting?
They clearly have no idea what you did.
That was a defense charm.
Okay.
Right, let's
It
go.
makes me
I'm gonna
harder
grab
to-
him and start pulling him along.
All right.
Okay, this means more stealth rolls. Is Clarity going to stick with them or go on ahead?
I'll go about 10 feet ahead.
Okay, so
Okay.
your roll is separate from theirs.
Oh boy. Okay. Watch natural 20. Okay, watch me jinx myself for
18.
for the use of mage armor.
Natural
Yeah,
20!
10.
7 figures.
Nobody crit failed, and we've got multiple nat 20s. Well, one nat 20.
Already just stealth through time again.
Yeah, and Hazel has somehow managed to make Displacer Beast cloak look a bit more like something that is actually traversing the corridors effectively.
Boy.
Now I'm even more invisible.
Whew.
Eventually, with it's a good, I think it should be. It's a long walk. You guys,
I'm looking out for anything suspicious.
yeah, basically you get the same thing as you did the last time. Clarity and Hazel do manage to find you ways around there's mobs of more regular undead.
Okay.
It's just zombies, which you guys can't really see unless you're like like Clarity and Hazel, able to stealth a little further ahead and do scouting. But when they do, they sort of take a quick wave from the shadows and let's not go through there. You occasionally get close enough to see the shambling, milling horrors that used to be the townsfolk. Some of them eating something, you're not 100% sure what. There's more of what Hazel's called the barnacle zombies. You manage to dodge those as well, but they're only half seen, half heard shapes in the dark. And eventually, you all end up on the little thoroughfare and mini market leading up to the courtyard that serves as the servants' entrance and into the kitchens of Star Coast Manor. Darwin remembers this entrance because that's the one he was thrown out of. It's a little hard to see in the actual courtyard. Mostly you see big, hulking, fog-shrouded shapes, and are you muted specifically?
Go.
Okay, yeah. It's you're pretty
My mic
sure
is-
you're pretty sure those are crates that big lumping, looming shape in the fog. But then again, you guys are all around about here, so mostly what you can see is a couple of dilapidated market to shop type things. You just cozying up to the manor grounds and sort of a fence-ish, you think. Again, in the fog, it's very hard to see.
Okay.
But the manor looms large in the fog.
Here we go again.
Yep.
So, wait, after you, I suppose.
Yeah,
Remy's gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah.
Where's
I'm
it
going
going?
after the one with the armor. I'm crazy, not stupid.
I am going to cover the rear.
You
All right.
reach the gate about there.
I'm squishy. I'm staying in the middle.
Yeah.
You're you can be the
It's-
filling.
It's not quite as ornamental as you imagine the front gate would be, and it's certainly not as large, but it does still have the arch with the compass rose symbol of Star Coast above it. But much like with the nightmare that you guys had, the four of you, the compass rose is rusted and just corroded to the point where bits of it are actually flaking away. There's also a chain lock on the fence, looking just as rusted.
Hey, Clarity.
Yeah.
You got this?
Yes. Can I check it just in case for traps or anything?
You can.
Okay. Let me make sure I'm at normal. Nope. Okay. 21 for investigation.
Nice.
There
Wow.
are no traps.
Okay.
Not that are actually visible.
Okay. And I will do thieves' tools. 17.
It takes longer than it should because it's rusted, and you can feel that. I mean, you've seen rusty locks before, but nothing this bad. And for a moment, you're afraid that jiggling the tumblers is going to make something break in there, just because it's that rusted, that delicate. It's only been 2 weeks. It shouldn't feel like this. But eventually, click, it opens. It does take a couple of minutes, and you are starting to hear from behind you. It's not the horrible gurgling noises from the other things. It's more the kind of noise that would come from dead and drowned throats.
Ooh.
Which means the hordes that you saw may be aware of your presence.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
In we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
You are-
Absolutely in.
Yes, you're in the courtyard. You do see that they're surprisingly fast for dead people, but they don't seem to be wanting to go too near the actual manor gate. They actively stop. And for something that didn't seem overly self-aware, the fact that they back away and then start running in the opposite direction.
What?
I turn to look around
Yeah.
behind us, the opposite
I'm
direction
sure
when
what
they're
they're
running.
looking
What are
for.
they?
Well, perception check, all of you.
Oh boy.
I mean, if you're looking around. with
Yeah,
them.
I've started swiveling.
Yeah.
11. I'm
21.
That
very
was a
bad at
natural
it.
one.
Ugh.
Clarity?
13.
You guys just see. Okay, everybody but Hazel mostly just sees the manor looming there. No lights, no anything. Hazel is just staring off after the after the zombies, going, "What? Wait, what? No, wait, no, but why am I
What?
bothering to ask them questions? They can't answer me, and they probably just do it with teeth." Froseth sees a very large shape lumbering around towards the back of the building. It's too foggy to make out much in the way of details, but it's large. There's a tail. There might be wings. There's a suggestion of tentacles somewhere, either chest or face. You wouldn't be surprised by their
Oh dear.
It's lumbered out of sight now, but these ones are looking back and going, "Wait, what?" No, but, and Hazel's going, "Eh?" And they're all making noise.
Guys, there is something very big here.
We should go inside, yeah?
Probably.
Sigmo's just nodding.
Is the fog in the courtyard still?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we should go inside.
Okay.
I don't want to know whatever it is.
Ethan, you're muted.
I was saying, yes, there is something big here. There's the manor.
No, not that.
No, Froseth
Wings.
probably saw something worse.
Let's go. I just, all you gotta do, wings, let's go.
It's the winged drip beast.
Darvin, where did they kick you out of?
Actually, right here.
But I mean, out of the manor.
This,
Out of the front door, or
no, everything happened so quick, and it was yelling and confusion. And now that I'm actually seeing it again, they actually physically threw me out of this.
Oh, right.
With everything being as chaotic as it was at the time, I thought it was the front door because,
But why would they throw you out the front door?
Right.
You're a servant.
Right. Well, I didn't. Like I said,
Yeah.
I wasn't exactly all there at the time because I
Let's
just made a whole bunch of
inside
people.
now.
The door is locked.
I just made a whole bunch of people sneeze feathers, and so I was a little confused.
Already door?
So I mean,
Donovan,
what?
shh, clarity.
Oh,
Door.
sorry.
Oh.
Or not.
Uh-oh.
Just cover
She's back.
Darvin's mouth because he just keeps talking.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, as Darvin is moving around Froseth's hand, you start to hear this it's coming back around.
Good.
And the door's locked.
Clarity, door.
Yep. All right. 16.
Again, it takes longer than you like, and you hear it starting to get louder. And the rest of you guys looking do actually start seeing the suggestion of a very large face. Sort of, it's almost ape-like in its general stance, because its arms are so disproportionately larger than its back legs. There is a suggestion of tentacles around the front of the face. And just as they start getting a glimpse of that, Clarity thankfully doesn't see it. Clarity's focused because this is a rusty lock and she can't afford to break anything. And just as they start seeing that wiggle of tentacles, click.
Let's get in.
Grab Sigwald, I'll throw him in. And dive in as well.
Yeah. Shut the door. Outside, you still hear the.
Okay. We do not want to be outside.
Good thing we still need to find the heart on the inside.
Yeah.
And the beacon,
So,
possibly.
Yeah, back to the very old maps. You are in servant and guest quarters at this point.
do we recognize where to go to?
Well,
Any of us were like here last time.
you're not in a part you've been yet. You're just standing by the side door, going, and
Okay,
mostly you see
sorry,
corridor.
where's the side door on this map? Is it in
Sorry,
like...
you guys are here.
Oh, okay, all right.
I wasn't very good at maps at the time, and
So-
basically you're seeing a bunch of doors in either side of those. I should actually be switching Fog of War on, thinking about it.
All right.
I can actually remember the info.
It's in the page.
Yeah, I know. It's always just poking around. Okay. Fog of War.
Okay. So, Clarity. Think we should start just checking each door?
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Well, I don't know where I am actually, so
Yeah, I'm just. Again, it's doing the.
It's
Anyway,
being
I'm-
made of bunk.
Yeah, it is definitely being made of bunk.
Remy is going
Ah.
to.
Wrong one.
Look to the
Hilarious.
group.
There we go.
The heart is a divine kind of item, right?
Do you guys remember what happened the last time she tried that bullshit? Because there's fog in this place.
No. No.
Don't...
No, but I mean, because
No.
detecting good. Oh wait, does it detect both at once?
Pretty
Does
much.
divine sense detect both at the same time?
I've also got the different divine. Or,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's evil and
Okay.
good.
Detect good in and of itself. The other problem is that this is all happening because the heart is tainted.
Right.
Okay, that's fair then.
The heart is going to feel evil.
Okay, then we'll
Ping
do it the
bad.
old-fashioned way.
Right.
Ping bad.
It's
so we're at the bottom
correct.
of this hallway.
You guys are. Now it's not letting me do the click thing. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. You guys
Okay.
are there.
All right.
Alright.
I'm gonna stealth and check for traps along this hallway.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
Yep.
Oh.
23.
Okay.
Nice.
Clarity
And-
vanishes into the copious shadows of this place.
And investigation. 18.
You're not seeing any traps.
Oh, let's start popping doors then.
So I'm gonna. So are there doors along.
Yeah,
those
there are doors. Sorry, this is an old map.
Yeah,
and
I
I
get
wasn't as good at using any of this software as I am now.
Right. Yeah. I'll check a door at the left, I guess.
So that one. Oh,
Can't see.
Door.
Because I was still on reveal area. There, that one.
Can't see any blips.
Okay.
Yeah, whichever. Whichever is the first door on the left.
Yeah. So that one. Yeah, because the reason it occasionally halts is because I'm on reveal area mode.
There we go.
What you see is a bedroom, which was probably really nice once. It looks like it's been left to basically decay for like several decades in underwater somewhere. Although it's dry, and it probably was really actually nice technically a week ago. Well, 2 weeks ago now, but you know what I mean. But it's kind of the plane of a guest room.
I'm gonna check its opposite number.
Let's see.
Same deal. What appears to be a guest bedroom.
I'm going to look around in the room that Clarity opened, see if I can find the box that they were describing.
Investigation check.
All right.
I'll do the same since I'm there already.
All right. Investigation. All right.
14.
15.
And I'm just investigating the room I'm in, the one on the right in general, just for anything that looks.
Okay.
That is a 10.
All right.
Sigwald finds what was probably a really nice noblewoman's clothing once. It was very finely tailored dresses. Clarity, looking for boxes, finds not much nice jewelry, but a couple of pieces that she recognizes from her own thieving days as heirloom pieces, the kind of thing that's been passed down from generation to generation. Sigwald also finds in the pocket of one of the outer lady's cloak thing that he's rummaging through
I'm a
locket.
naughty boy.
A
Sorry.
locket.
Oh.
And inside that locket is a small painting of Darwin.
I take it to Darwin.
Wait, this was.
No, actually, I don't take it to Darwin. I call him over. Come look at this.
That's
Okay.
You've seen your father made those dresses for every single one of your mother's birthdays, festival days, and the locket he hands you.
Which I'm just grabbing out of his hand, like just.
You've never seen her out of that. She must have taken it off because she knew bad shit was about to go down and she didn't want it. Clarity is seeing this while she's rifling through the green tailor's heirloom jewelry pieces.
What does this? What does this mean anything to you, Darwin?
I'm going to reach out. I am grabbing him by the collar. I am pulling him.
He's got the yellow scarf.
This was my mother's room. Get out. Letting him go.
I put an arm on his shoulder.
I walk backwards out the room, closing the door behind me as I walk backwards out the room as I face Darwin.
Sorry, Clarity?
I put a hand on his shoulder and just sort of.
Because she's at least not asking stupid questions. Sorry, I overreacted.
No, it's all right.
I can tell
Do
you
you
the
need a
box
minute?
isn't here. And I'm going to pocket the locket. Clarity, do you have do you have a bag of holding?
I do.
She also has basically your mother's jewelry
I-
box.
I found these.
We're taking that.
Would you like to keep them?
Yes, we're
All
taking
right.
that. I'm putting the well, I don't want to put the locket on and have it clanking against the one I've already got.
Do you want to put it in the jewelry box, and then we could put it in that bag of holding?
No, and I'll put it in my pocket
Okay.
with the token of Paylor from Nora together because I've got them like, I'm a bard. Bards always have something somewhere they can stash stuff, so it's in there with that, but like in like the one of the inner pockets, so that way it won't go anywhere.
Okay, is the hiccuping me or you guys?
What hiccuping?
not
Then
hiccuping.
everyone but
Darvin's
me.
sorry, Ethan's perfectly clear for me.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah.
for me.
Oh, my
but,
apologies. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
realize.
hiccuped. You hiccuped a little bit.
Okay, no, it looked fine to me, but
Yeah.
You're fine now, but
Mhm.
just in the middle of that, I got enough to be getting on with anyway.
Okay.
Hazel, meanwhile, but she does not know where to look for things. It's a room. It probably if it was a guest room, it probably had a guy in it, and Sigwald walks backwards into the room with his scarf askew, much like when Hazel was faffing about and looking kind of, nope.
Come here and help me. I grab him and pull him to try and get him to open this.
God, he's getting manhandled left and right.
This time, I hold out my staff as she tries to reach for me.
And grabs the staff instead. Yeah.
That over the entire day, I'm getting really tired of it.
Could you give me a hand anyway, though?
Of course.
Hazel doesn't even notice.
Flitty lands on Hazel's shoulder, nips her on the ear again, and then Sylvan goes, "You could stay, please!"
Natural 20 on the investigation.
All hail salt checks.
Oh, hell, salt check, you jack. Oh, God, this is a cavalcade.
Sigwald finds 30 gold pieces and what appears to be some kind of wand, along with a selection of men's clothing. It's not the room you're after, but you found something.
What the hell?
Let's see. Let me take a moment. But hang on. I gotta look at my sheet for this stuff. Eventually, I'll learn spells.
Do you have?
All right.
You have identify?
I'm gonna take. Let's see. Can I immediately tell what it is?
No, you need identify spells for this kind
All
of
right.
thing.
In that case, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down for 10 minutes with it and cast identify as a ritual.
No.
No, don't take the time for it.
Not right
10
now. I don't
minutes?
think.
No, we're kind of in the middle of
might
something.
want to, and your interaction is going to take a little while. And
Okay.
you're stuffing a wardrobe into a bag of holding.
Do I? Oh, I don't know that
And
he's
you're
doing
not
that.
even in the next. You're not even in
Okay.
the room.
All right.
By the time you guys have finished tucking away,
Oh, shoot. I need the material component for identify.
what's the material component for identify?
Let's see. Let me bring up the spell card for this
The
shit.
thing
if
is,
you
you
don't...
can kind of assume that you'd be carrying the material
Oh,
components you need
Let's
for your
see.
spell.
I need a pearl worth at least 100 gold or 100 GP. It's not consumed, but I need a 100
Well,
GP.
if you have a spellcasting focus, then you don't need it.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Well,
So-
if there's
If it's not
a
consumed, you don't need.
Yeah,
The focus takes place.
Skip it.
all right, sweet. Okay.
well, usually if there's a material component that's worth gold, you need to have that because it
Right. Okay.
it
good.
incites a cost.
All right. At least
Yeah, but
it's
the thing
it's-
is, I imagine that he would be carrying that on his person because he knows he needs it.
Yeah, and it's a
Okay.
spell he's Yeah, so it's like if you know you
Oh,
need the spell, you're gonna have the stuff already.
Okay.
So just
All right.
roll with it, literally.
But again, I want to reiterate: will I have the time to do this, or are
Yes,
we going?
by the time these two are coming in to find out where everybody is, you determine that what you have found is a wand of secrets.
Oh,
The wand,
boy!
the wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. The wand regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Oh boy. Let's see. Hang on. I want to add that to my inventory. Gotta remember how to do this thing. Hang on.
If push comes to shove, make a note.
Okay.
Ethan, I think you're muted again.
Yeah, I usually just write it down somewhere and then enters it
All
later.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably the best way of dealing with it. So you guys come in at around the time that there's this very faint arcane light in Sigwald's eyes, which fades as you guys walk in. He's clutching. Now let me just remind myself what the damn thing actually looks like. This it's an interesting wand. The tip of it looks a bit like a doorknob, and it's sort of a caduceus spiral down midway down the haft.
Nice.
And the arcane light fades from his eyes, and you just see him sort of
And in character's like.
Darwin found it awesome in here. No, not Darwin. Sigwald.
Okay. Sigwald, I'm sorry for my reaction. It was... Sorry.
No
Yeah.
worries.
I
I have a habit of asking stupid questions, I know.
Well, she's still here. What's left of her? I'm not leaving without putting that down.
All right.
I'm going to hug Darwin.
Darwin's back.
Thanks, guys. I'm good. I was not expecting that, but
And
Well,
basically,
whatever
while
he
they're
wants to
doing all the room searching, Froseth will just basically be keeping watch, listening for anything that might be approaching us, type thing.
perception check.
Remy's doing that too.
Perception check from you both.
Oh, Sigwald. Identify spell, right?
Aye, that it is. That it was.
17.
Nice.
It's Froseth that hears.
Am I telling everyone what I found?
It might
That's
be
up to you.
nice.
Yes. So I after I say that I do tell them that I found a wand of secrets.
okay. Woo.
Yeah, they're all looking at you like, eh.
And
What's that do?
All right. I can only use it three times a day.
Actually,
But sorry.
3 times.
if you, yeah, the
Sorry.
thing is that if you usually with things with
All right.
charges,
All right.
if
all right.
you burn them all out,
Okay.
there's a chance you won't get it back.
There's a chance it'll break. Well, what it is, I can use it to find secret doors
Okay.
as long as they're within 30 feet of me.
That's good.
That could be useful.
All right.
I'm concerned about using it though. I don't want to break it.
Well,
I don't want to just use it willy-nilly and then end up burning this thing.
You know,
So,
does it burn out?
if I try to use it 3 times in quick succession, yes.
Well, okay.
Well.
Then don't do that.
All right.
Next, let's check the next set of doors then. I'm
Froseth.
going into the next room on the
Froseth,
right.
while this is going, while this is going on, Froseth, when they finally quieted down a little, there's less yelling and rifling through furniture and all of the rest of it. There is somewhere ahead and to the right-ish sound of very quiet shuffling footsteps. It doesn't seem to be getting any closer. It's just sort of there.
So when they exit the room, I'll just give them the nudge. There's something nearby.
Okay. Well, this is probably the guest quarters. We probably want to move on further.
Should we check all the other rooms before we move on first?
I mean,
Say yes.
if we
Check
can.
briefly, but we can't dig up the whole manor.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're already saying that I'm already going to the next room on the left.
I'll follow Clarity.
Investigation check.
All right, same from me. Just a moment.
Sorry, which room is Sigwald in? He's still in the one on the left.
Okay. Well, if I see Clarity going over to the next room on the left, I'm going to follow her and start investigating.
Yeah, Clarity and Darvin have both gone in there, so...
Okay,
I've gone to the
15.
right.
I got an investigation of 15.
19.
Nice, Ethan.
Okay, mostly you guys just find, basic, nobleware. Most of it tattered by the by the pervasive fog presence, and Darvin finds the jewelry box. There's probably a good 100 gold's worth of heirloom pieces in there.
Right.
I open the box, see if I recognize anything. Realize it's not actually anything my mother actually owns, so I'll be like, these can be done with whatever. These I don't care about.
Party funds.
Exactly, but yeah.
Well, I got a 17.
And while we're at it, I do add the 30 gold I found to the party funds. Or
Okay, Hazel, meantime. Flip.
God damn, I was not expecting to find my mother's room right then. Holy shit. Well done. Sorry, I'm still flipping over that. That reaction that you guys were seeing was both me trying to figure out how to play it, but then I'm like, screw it, that's Darvin's reaction, because he would have had no clue how to react. So that was just
and then immediately
beautiful.
getting grabbed and just
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you're not. Does this mean anything to you? With that look on his face.
Yeah. Yeah. You can bet what he meant to say. Do you want to talk about it or something like that?
That would have been better to say. Anyway,
He's not Sigwald is not an articulate boy.
Sorry.
Hazel finds a couple of rocks with human faces carved on them.
Ooh.
As
The
well as
hell?
the normal noble shit.
I walk over to the other room holding these out. What?
Sigwald and Clarity, we can bypass the 10 minutes in the spell slot expenditure. Make me an Arcana
Hold on,
check.
I didn't expend a slot because
Okay.
I did it as a ritual.
Okay.
No,
then
but
make-
I can say I would have
Yeah.
expended a slot.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay. All right.
we'll skip the 10 minutes and the
Just Arcana. All right, Arcana.
14.
Whoop. And whoop, shoot. 22.
Sigwald recognizes those. He's seen a few people with them at the university. Those are sending stones.
You found sending stones. Magnificent find, Hazel.
Yeah, basically, sending stones come in pairs with each smooth stone carved to match the other, so the pairing is easily recognized. While you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know that for a fact as soon as you use the stone, and you don't cast the spell. Once sending is cast through the stones, they can't be used again until the next dawn. If one of the stones in a pair is destroyed, the other one becomes non-magical.
Mm-hmm. Yes. We can use these to send a remote message to one another once per day. As you can see, they come in pairs. The matching
I'm handing
faces
these over
means
to Clarity.
which is which.
That
Okay.
Makes sense.
I
Does someone else want to hold on to the other one?
I've got it.
Okay.
Are you sure you want Hazel to... You've got Flitty sort of going, is going to Sigwald
I-
and
Froseth?
Froseth
I
is
hand
going-
one of them to Hazel, one of them to
No.
Flitty.
I
Do you want this?
I can't hold it very
Froseth?
easily. It should be to
Let me
yes,
have one.
to the Dragon Man because he's more articulate.
All right,
I nominate Froseth.
you get this one.
I nominate Froseth.
Yes, he has more common sense. He's not made of stupid.
Right.
I'm sorry. Again in Sylvan.
Yeah, all you hear is draconic and accusatory little fairy dragon looks.
Yeah, and I'm just apologizing on reflex at this point.
I'm
Just
a
on principle.
tell your mom and mama.
Yeah.
In Sylvan.
And
Oh.
Froseth, who do you want to stay in touch with?
I've got
Well,
the other
Clarity,
one.
Clarity has the other one because she's the one who most often stealths away.
Okay, so Clarity and Hazel have one pair.
No,
No, there
no.
is
There's just
one
one
pair
pair.
of sending stones. Froseth has one. Clarity has the other one.
Oh, I thought we found two pair. Whoops,
No,
never mind.
one
Okay.
pair of sending stones.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
I mean, sending stone. I mean, I can send a stone. Yeah, you can swing it hard enough. There you go. I didn't
That's
know that. I
not
didn't
how
know
you
that they were
do
actually a
stuff.
thing.
You use them to talk
Trying
to each other.
Too hard with that one.
Who's trying?
in my
No, that-
pocket and, are we
Fast
at the end
card.
of the corridor? Are those
You're-
the other?
You're,
Are those
you-
the only,
you've got these two more rooms to hang on. Let me reveal corridor area because in that case I actually remembered the door because you've got two more rooms and a corridor.
Okay, next one on the left.
Next one on the right.
I'm continuing
Okay.
to tag along with Clarity.
All right. I'm gonna.
11.
Okay. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna search.
Sigwald, go with Hazel.
For variety, I'm gonna go with Hazel and search the room on the upper right.
Okay.
15.
25.
Nice.
14.
None of you guys find very much of interest. Sigwald finds. Let's see. Shit. 37. Another 54 gold pieces.
Party funds.
All right.
And yet more in the way of fancy jewelry. Rather pretty, if slightly gaudy, jeweled dagger.
Hmm.
Which, if Clarity gets a look at it, mostly its weight is crap. It's ornamental only. It probably costs a great deal, but you're pretty sure that that's not silver plating. That's actual silver blade, and it's barely useful as a cheese knife.
All right. Just making a note of the treasure so far: 30 GP, 54 GP, and an ornate dagger. Okay.
And
Into the bag of holding goes the
I'd
dagger.
say about 100 gold's worth of jewelry,
Okay.
if you can find the right buyer. Of course, Sigwald and Remy probably know a few people in Belarus. Remy in particular, because spoils of war, you got to sell it somewhere.
What'd you say? 100 GP worth of gems?
Yeah, that you found in that room. The others
Okay.
have more, but I'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay. All right.
The sound of the quiet shuffling footsteps is sounding a little louder. It sounds like it's probably through a door and maybe a wall, so not in the very next room, but next room
Okay.
over.
All right.
I'm gonna try that door at the end of the hall.
Okay, it opens onto a. Let's see how far.
I'm gonna
you-
peek through before I actually step through.
Yeah, I figured that. I'm just trying to figure out where logistically you'd be able to see from. Basically, you see a corridor. This corridor you vaguely remember. You're pretty sure that if you turn that corner to the right, you're at that door that you came into from the kitchen. So that corridor leading to the Great Hall and the stairs will be, once you turn that corner, it would be immediately to your left.
Okay. I think this is that hallway that there was the kitchens, and then there was the stairway off to the left.
Yeah.
So
Where I broke the door by accident. I'm holding up the hammer.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and check for traps while I'm going through the corridor.
Go for it.
20, finally, something good.
Yeah, you see no traps.
Okay.
I'm actually going to ask Darwin. Do you want me to take a look at the room on the upper left, or like out of character, the upper left room? Sorry. Do you want me to check that last room?
No, Clarity and Darwin already did. They didn't find anything of
All right.
any particular use.
Okay. All right. Is the coast clear, Clarity?
As far as you still hear the shuffling of feet, but nothing.
Is it towards the kitchens that we hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Given your position and your vague recollection of where this was meant to be, it's probably it's probably in the kitchen, whatever it is.
Wait, has Darwin heard the shuffling?
By this point, you all kind of can, but it could be anything at this point. It doesn't sound overly threatening.
Clarity.
Yes.
Hazel.
Hmm?
Froseth. You remember the visions that we were given by Nisur?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Mine was of. I remember what mine was. It was of my mother, wandering the halls of this manor.
Hmm?
That could very well be her. That sound that we're hearing. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
So does that mean we want to check? Because you did say you wanted to make sure.
I'd rather be safe this time, and we'll check the rooms as we can. It's just that's something to remember.
Right.
Besides, it needs to get done, but at the same time, it needs to get done. So, yeah.
First. Okay. So let's head down this hallway then.
Well, let's check the room, whatever rooms are off.
The double doors that are on the opposite of the kitchen, that's where towards the main hall. That's where we had gone without checking the rooms last time, right?
Yeah.
If you step forward and peer, yeah,
Okay.
you probably remember those double doors you came out through the kitchen, and it might not be those of you who have been here before. You're all talking about the ooze that was downstairs. Might not. There's a stairwell down there somewhere. It might be a good idea to at least check.
Yep.
What your exit vectors are.
I was actually going to suggest that. We're going to be backtracking over familiar, quote unquote, familiar territory, but we should probably at least give it a once over and see what's changed, and then before continuing on, because if something's going to come out at us from behind, from underneath, from where we came through. Because if we came up through there, something else is very well might, and so let's check and see what we've got behind us before we go forward.
Okay.
Besides, we just assumed it was worse. Who knows? Maybe we could actually get out that way. Probably not, but It's better to know, given everything that we've been through already. Let's not take any chances. God,
So
why
we're
am I
checking
being?
these
Why the
doors.
hell am I the sensible one all of a sudden?
So we're checking what's through here, right?
Yeah, let's check the kitchens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're checking this room. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
checking
are you
Inside.
peeking inside? What you see when you peer through there? That shuffling sound was not Darvin's mother. The shuffling sound was about a half a dozen corpses walking around like they're trapped in the act of, they're not actually cooking anything, but they're shuffling around like you normally would in a kitchen, despite the fact that it's still denuded, and they look almost still human. The minor problem is that they're walking, in some cases, through puddles of this black sludge. Some of them have sprouted black tentacles through various bits of their clothes. Their skin is starting to go black. And from
that guy.
the doorway right about there, which you can't quite see when peeking in, but you can see the black.
Sorry, I didn't see the ping.
Oh, sorry. About there? Or
Wait.
hang on. Because I'm seeing it. Is everyone
It's
else
not
seeing
pinging for us.
Nope.
Okay,
No
that-
ping.
No.
Oh. Why is it not? Anyway.
I just saw ping.
There? No?
There,
Oh,
we
I saw that.
there we go. So that door right there.
So, yeah, there's a door in the shadowed bit that Clarity can't see when she's peering through.
Okay, that
Okay.
one
There's
next to the stairs.
But what she mostly sees is, she knows the stairway's there, but she sees this growing puddle of black. Some of it is bubbling in places and sending out tendrils. And roll me stealth, Clarity.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
25.
You manage to peer in, and you see that, and you crack the door open, and then keep back again, because
And I make this face at everybody.
Not going in there, right?
you're muted, Ethan.
Not going in there. Obviously, not going in there.
We want to avoid that at all costs.
Okay. Then I'm glad we
Can
didn't
we
go
block
up
Can
that
I
way.
door?
lock it? Can I lock it from this side?
With what?
I mean, is there a lock, like, on a
No.
door, like, where you
No.
lock it? Okay.
Is there anything we can block the door with?
Wouldn't it cause noise and alert the zombies though?
There are dead
Well,
things
if the door is locked,
pretending
The door
that
is not
they're
locked.
cooking,
Oh,
and
Christ.
there's tendrils.
Let's
just
go through
not-
the other door then.
Let's just not go
Guys,
through that way. Let's just go through
I can,
here.
we can
I
still
think
see
I
and hear
lost about half of that. I think my internet is acting up on me.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
you. Okay.
So sorry, can you repeat that, please? I may have to grab Ethan's second act. Oh God.
I just basically said, okay, there's corpses in there. They're pretending they're cooking. It's very creepy, and and there's black tendrils, and we should go the other way.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh,
Sludge everywhere.
that answers Darvin's question about what the basement looks like, probably.
Yep. I was like, well, I'm glad we didn't go up that way. That's actually what I said that you missed. It was, I'm glad we didn't go up that way.
So now we're going through this insanity.
Uh-huh. Is that into the Great Hall, or was there, I forget, I can't remember now if there was stuff past that. Do either
No,
do any of you
there
remember that?
there is in fact the Great Hall.
Okay.
Um,
I was actually asking for Seth and Clarity and Hazel if they remember
Alright.
because it's been so long.
Yeah,
And that has all been kind of a blur.
Yeah,
This goes
that's
to
great.
the Great Hall.
Versus is never forgetting. process is never.
Well, I'm not forgetting the hall, but didn't remember if this door led to it.
Yeah.
So I will peek through that one.
Okay. In which case I'm gonna have to ship you to the next map.
Woo!
Which I didn't actually manage to clear everything off of. So let's do that. Remove poor Mira from. Alas, poor Mira from her previous confines. Oh, pity's sake. Background. Down.
20 arguing with the DM.
No, I'm just trying to position things a little bit better so that we're not mostly what you guys see, what Clarity sees when she peers in. You remember this room? This was not a fun place to be being. There's still the faint blood-soaked ghosts of the ritual circle
Ugh.
in the center of the floor. There's these ones at the very least are mercifully actually dead corpses of various of the nobles. They're shuffling, well, sorry, just sitting in their chairs. The corpse of Baron Langerhan is still on his throne, eaten mostly. There's a few scraps of flesh on the bones of the dead, but it's like the things that are undead here have come in and had them as a snack.
Ugh.
Mm.
I
And
suppose. Sorry.
and around about, and around about here, right where the 3 is still sitting where she was when that horrible not a banquet happened.
Of course, I'm not seeing any of this because it's just Clarity.
Is Darvin? Oh,
Sorry,
No,
my
it's okay.
connection's poor.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
seeing any
missed-
of this because.
but that's Darvin's mother. She's okay, not alive, but she's not moving. She's just sitting there like she's waiting for a dinner that'll never come, unless it's come in the case of her seatmates.
So
But
I
she
turn
does look
around.
like she does look like she's drowned and come back. There's seaweed draped on bits of her dress and in her hair. She's horrifically pale. Fish have eaten bits of her.
Ooh.
Is she the only corpse that looks like it's aware?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the other ones are mostly, well, bits have been eaten. Like lots of bits have been eaten. Like you see where some of them have had internal organs ripped out.
Of course, I'm not.
Um.
Clarity, you're the only one seeing this, right?
Mhm.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to
So
clarify.
I sort of ease out of the door and whisper to everybody. And I put a hand on Marvin.
Your
Everyone,
internet-
it's a horror show in there. Ah, shit. Shit.
It's okay. And you've gone muted, Ethan.
Oh, sorry. I was about to say what?
Okay.
It's a horror show. Shit. What?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
out of
to be-
all the cursing. Was
To be fair, that would have been accurate.
It's a horror show in there. I want to prepare you. There's lots of bodies. They're not moving except for one, Darwin, and I'm so very sorry. I think it's your mother.
You're muted again, Ethan.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think we can go in.
Did you see anyone? Or,
Ready.
well, anything else?
Not
Sorry?
that you.
This is
Let's go in.
I'm gonna regret this. I'm going in first.
When Darvin walks in, The corpse just stands up, doesn't move, doesn't like walk away. It just stands up like she always used to do when greeting. Doesn't say anything and is so very obviously dead. Actually, wait a minute, I put that on the wrong bit of the map, so we'll have better maps for you next session, but I need to remake the Great Hall. See if I can, because the squares don't match up. Okay, never mind. Anyway.
Walking in and seeing the corpse of the Baron there, that actually does elicit a very brief half smile of satisfaction. But then all attention is on what's left of my mother.
I followed.
She's just standing there.
I'm going to approach.
Still not moving.
I'm just gonna hang back just by the door, right next to Hazel.
Okay.
I'm making my way into the middle. Right
Remi's
about
gonna be in the middle.
there.
Corpses.
But I'm gonna be hanging back at this point. I'm not gonna go any further.
So you're gonna stay by the door there?
Yeah.
Okay. Remy?
Remi's gonna be in the middle.
So we'll put you guys over with Hazel. Froseth?
Froseth will follow a little bit behind Darvin, like enough to like give him his space, but close enough to jump in if something happens.
Oh, wrong one.
Wrong token.
Yes, wrong token. It happens to the best of us, so yeah, say about there. Clarity. Okay.
All right.
Darvin is approaching, and the corpse of his mother is just standing there.
And she hasn't moved at all.
Just to stand up.
All right then. I'm gonna draw my rapier. I'm gonna walk around the table toward her.
Still not moving.
Sigwald's gonna be walking up to about where Hazel, Clarity, and Remy are gathered.
All right then. I'm just gonna go.
And when I see Darvin pulling out the rapier, I ask, "Do you really want to do this?"
I'm just going to point at Remy, and because with Remy being mostly in front of Sigwald, I'm just going to point toward Remy and go, "Stifle."
To Remy, you'll just give a look and shake her head. To Sigvald.
Like, somebody, basically the idea is somebody shut him up. But that's the only word I can manage is stifle. And I'm going to, rapier drawn, look at my mother and just say, "I'm sorry," and I'm going to stab her straight through the heart with my rapier.
She doesn't move. And as the rapier finds where her heart was, the last thing she does before she falls is looking almost human in that moment. A little relieved and grateful smile. And then she falls. And then the entire giant picture window that makes up the back end of the hall is effectively destroyed as something very large and very tentacle-faced comes crashing through into the main hall.
Oh, god damn it!
Well,
That's where we'll leave it till next session.
Well,
Brilliant.
oh no.
Brilliant. I love it. That's brilliant.
Oh no. I know what that is. We're all gonna die.
See us again in like 2 weeks as these guys take on
The boss.
like the Ur Draft.
Yeah.